Well, James, a big thank you for joining us and congratulations on that victory at the weekend. In conditions, I'm going to suggest, are you kind of glad you don't play anymore? Is it afternoons like that where you go, thank goodness I've hung up the boots?
Yeah, I think if I'd have been playing, I'd have probably been on the touchline coming off with a fairly clean kit, if I'm honest. But yeah, really proud of obviously my players, Batley players as well. I thought every single one of them had a real good fist of playing. Oh, that hill's a difficult one to play on anyway, but in that amount of rain, wind, and just sheer mud on the fields, yeah, it was. They should be really proud of themselves.
And there's ways of handling those conditions. I mean, you must be kind of pleased, or I don't know what you must have felt with the winning try that sealed it in the end, because that's a try you score in July, isn't it? Not in February.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're right on both accounts there. Really, there's a way of playing at Batley, in my opinion. There's a way of playing those conditions, in my opinion, and I thought we did that really effectively. We used Jamie's kicking game. We kick chased hard, and we showed plenty of resilience when you're coming up the hill. Obviously, pretty much every set that you are going to have with the ball starts at the 10-metre line. So you've got to be very patient, and if you try to overplay too soon, you can't come up with an error. It becomes an even more difficult task. And I thought we showed lots of patience and resilience. Jamie kicked the ball tremendously well, and when we did get opportunities, Paula did what Paula's here to do. And come up with a little bit of point difference for us at the end, and make it a little bit more comfortable for us in the coaching box at the end of the game.
Let's talk about the start of the season more generally, because we're 3 games into the campaign now. What's your thoughts on how York have started?
Okay, I think we've had a tough start. Obviously, Featherstone are the favourites for the competition. So I think they've been tremendous. Obviously, they beat Wakefield, they beat us, they beat Leigh, they beat Workington away, which is in those conditions. So they're flying at Featherstone. I thought we competed pretty well against them, with clear areas for improvement, if I'm honest. But Dewsbury at home the week after, again, just appalling conditions, raining sideways. So the game was, I think 6-2 at half time and 24-0 in the second half. So it shows the impact that the conditions have had there. Again, I thought we did some things okay in that game with some clear areas for improvement. And then Batley, conditions just keep getting worse. But we showed an awful lot of character and togetherness, which is what you need in that kind of situation. And alongside that, Jamie having one half back out there, recognised half, was enough. His kicking game was something that we've probably not seen for a while, because as good a player Chris Clarkson is, he's a back rower, he's a middle. He wasn't able to do that for us last season. And yeah, I think okay to start, but with clear areas for improvement.
So that takes us to this weekend's match against Leigh. You mentioned the tough start you've had. I mean, that's a tricky game, isn't it, to say the least?
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. But I don't want to come across like I've got my violin out, because we want to be challenged by teams like Leigh and Featherstone and Batley away. We absolutely do, Joe. And Leigh being a full-time team. Adrian Lamb, Chris Chester, two blokes there who've done an awful lot in the game, and it's going to be a real test for us. But we're excited by that. We think that we're doing some things okay, and as a collective, we know we can do some things better, and we're working at doing those things better. And the challenge is doing it against Leigh, doing it against a full-time side that more people are saying it's going to be between them and Featherstone. So we're happy for them. Just you guys crack on with whether it be whoever you are, Fev or Leigh, and we'll just focus on ourselves and improving week on week.
I was going to ask you. I mean, it is early in the season, but what are your hopes and expectations for this year? For what's possible at York?
You know what I'm going to say, but we're just here to improve every week. We'll look at what we're doing well and look at what we need to improve, and we'll take it game by game, and that's our mentality.
And when it comes to being back playing rugby league, obviously you've experienced Premier Sports and the Monday night coverage. I mean, this season, last year was obviously we still had the impacts of COVID and the season that never was. But this season feels like a bit of a fresh start for Betfred Championship.
It does, and not just the Betfred Championship. I think for rugby league in general, I watched Channel 4 coverage, the Leeds Warrington game, and that was an amazing game. I absolutely sat on the edge of my seat. It was fantastic. The coverage was good, and then obviously watching Premier Sports, and their coverage was outstanding. And the exposure that the teams are getting, the exposure that the players are getting, and it's great for the game's growth. And I'm excited for how it's going to continue.
And final thought, James, like we touched upon, Leigh this weekend. I think I jokingly said to you, didn't I, about how you, as a coach, you've got to have a high vantage point underneath the stand roof, haven't you, for all rugby league matches? But here's hoping the weather's going to be okay this weekend for the Leigh match.
Yeah, I've had a look at the weather conditions already. It's supposed to be a little bit windy. I don't think it's going to be anywhere near the conditions were on the Batley game or even the Barrow game. Wow, have you seen that one? Jeez. Yes, I don't think we're going to quite see that, but I think there's going to be some challenges there with the wind. But we're excited by the challenge, by Leigh and the conditions.